Alright, welcome back to another video. And the last time that we played was Panamonica, and that was with the beach. We actually got a beach date. I was really hoping we'd get a beach date in at some point, so I'm glad to finally hit that mark. I'm hoping what other stuff we could do. We already did a bathhouse winter. I think we did like a winter scene, I think. I don't know. It's been a while since I've played like every single date again, so I probably have to go and just redo that. But anyway, we're gonna move on to Modeus here. So let's get straight into it. In the wake of your last date with Modeus and her confession therein, you've been forced to look for inspiration for your next date in an unconventional place. A yawn overtakes you as you adjust the way you are sitting up in bed. You've been this way for some time now, with copious pillows stacked at your back and the book Tango Beneath the Moonlight is resting in your lap. There are only a few pages left until the end of the book, so you simply can't bring yourself to stop now. And yet you've been reading for so long that you're certain you should at least try to get some sleep. Just as the thought occurs to you, however, you hear a knock at your door. Hey, Taker! It's time to get up already. With a sigh, you hurl off the covers and pull back the curtains. Morning sunlight pours into your room at once and you realize that you've spent all night reading. You attempt to shake off the drowsiness just long enough to answer the door. Sorry, I'm up. Good. It isn't like you to sleep in. See that it doesn't happen again, okay? Right. Lucifer strides off down the hallway and towards the kitchen while you retreat back into your room. You eye the open book sitting catawampus? What? Catawampus. What the fuck does that mean? Okay. Catawampus sounds like a fucking, I don't know, like a rooster and a cat mixed together or something. I don't fucking know. Atop your covers and decided it's best if you finish it later, lest you earn the wrath of the Queen of Hell. With that in mind, you decide to get ready for the day and make your way down to breakfast. When you arrive, you see that Panamonica and Modeus are there as well. That's new art for Modeus, isn't it? Oh, that looks pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. They're making light conversation with one another, but you are too preoccupied with your own thoughts to participate. The book you snagged from Modeus, with her permission of course, has given you many ideas, enough to formulate a plan for your next date. A plan that you hope will put into action this afternoon. Suddenly excited by the prospect, you scarf down your breakfast and excuse yourself from the table. Oh boy, that did not make Panamonica happy. Where are you off to? Yeah, you seem to be in a bit of a hurry today, Taker. You turn towards the woman, shooting a meaningful glance at the latter. Modeus at once seems to understand the cause of your excitement and blushes. It doesn't look like a blush, but alright. I've got some errands to run today. How very pedestrian of you, Taker. Where are you up to, if I may ask? The mall. Why? Well, I have some things I've been meaning to pick up, but if you don't mind getting them for me, I'd be grateful. Sure, that shouldn't be a problem. Did somebody say mall? Oh boy. With a raspy laugh, Zedrada enters the kitchen through a curtain of smoke. Panamonica waves the smog away from her face with a grimace. Zedrada, how many times have I asked you to please refrain from smoking in the kitchen of all places? Zedrada waves off Panamonica's protestations. Protestations? I was never good with words, so, you know. Dropping ash onto the tile floor in the process. If you're headed to the mall, piss taker, I'd like you to pick some things up for me. Seriously? Yeah, wait right there. I made a list. Before you can object any further, Zedrada races off. I don't know how I feel about being everyone's errand boy. So what sort of boy would you rather be? Our pool boy, oh my. Our pool boy, perhaps. Modeus giggles. Oh. An affair with a pool boy. Oh, that is 100% new art. I like the sound of that. Yes, well, sadly we don't get a pool. We don't have a pool. Oh. An investment for the future, then. Just then, Zadrada bounds back into the kitchen with all the subtlety of an explosive. Aha! Here you are. I'll be a good boy and fetch me what I need. The demon presents to you a crumpled up piece of paper stained with marinara sauce and bearing an unofficial look, letterheaded from some sort of real estate office. You squint your eyes at the scribbles, trying to make out exactly what has been written. The longer you stare, however, the more your head begins to hurt. How the hell am I supposed to read this? And where did you get all this paper from? It looks like business stationery. That's not important. Can you get this stuff for me? Once I figure out what it says, sure. Hand it over, let me see. Panamonica studies the paper with Modeus peeking over her shoulder. For hell's sake, Zadrada, I can hardly tell if these letters are supposed to be in Grecian or Enochian. Enochian. Yeah, you really need to brush up on your mortal penmanship. Oh, for crying out loud, can you get the stuff or not, shit-taker? Ow. Yeah, sure you could. If he wants to get put on some sort of FBI watch list, of course. This list is undoubtedly the ingredients for some sort of explosive bioweapon. Oh, he'll be fine. Just don't buy everything at the same place and use cash. I don't see what the issue with that is here. Come on, Taker, don't be a stick in the mud. Is one little list really too much for you? You purse your lips and stuff the list into your pocket. Fine, I'll get the stuff off of your list. But you better not ask me for anything else for a while, got it? Sweet! You need to lay low after you buy that stuff anyway, Taker. Zadrada claps you on the back and departs. What about your list, Panamonica? Oh, I've already emailed it to you. Check your phone. Don't worry, it's legible. And legal. I love her humor. Thanks. Well, I'm off. I'll see you guys soon. Farewell. You start to head up to your room to gather your things, but a tug at your elbow stops you in your tracks. Taker? Yes, Modeus? Before you go, I wanted to ask, is this about, our date? You smile and pat the demon on the head affectionately. You'll see. Just be patient. I've got some ideas. Blushing, Modeus nods and scampers off. Panamonica, initially pretending as though she hadn't been eavesdropping on your interaction, smiles lonely in your direction before escaping as well with a fresh cup of coffee. Without further ado, you snag your shoes and keys from your room and make your way down to the mall. On the way, your thoughts return to Modeus' confession. More than ever, you hope this idea of yours pans out. But first, there's something you need to get. A search of which has brought to you to the mall and, more specifically, a dress shop, Gones of Rapso? Not sure what that is. Oh, excuse me. There, a kind associate manages to piece together your disjointed thoughts and non-specific ramblings into something that you hope Modeus will love. She even offers to wrap it for you. You leave the shop feeling altogether more confident now that your idea is becoming a reality. Before you can go home, however, you must complete the list thus thrust upon you by Zadrada and Panamonica. Fortunately, you managed to complete both without raising too much suspicion. Considering Zadrada, how the hell did you do that? Well, afterward, you load everything into the car and head home to find Modeus sitting impatiently in the living room. She jumps to your feet as soon as you walk in. I knew you said to wait and be patient, but I just have to know what it is you plan to do, Taker. So please. Hey, what's that? She nods at the long box tucked into your arm, under your arm. Is that for me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I open it now? Well, Our date isn't for another hour or so. You look at Modeus' expected gaze and glint. I suppose I can let you have a sneak peek of what's to come. Here. Modeus takes the box from you and, without much pomp and circumstance, rips the wrapping paper off of it. Before long, she got the box in shambles on the ground and is holding in her hands a beautiful black dress, amply adorned with glitter and sequins. Sequins? Ah, well. Her eyes grow wide as she holds it aloof. Hang on, give me a second here. Should have done this before I started this. Ugh. My glasses are a little slightly dirty and it's bugging me now. Ah, that's better. Her eyes grow wide as she holds it aloof. Do you want to try it on? Without thinking, the demon nods furiously and strips right down in the living room. Taker, man, you should have seen that coming at least. Oh god, that was a pun. Oh well. Moments later, Modeus is standing before you, admiring the dress as it hugs her body. What do you think? Does it fit well? Wow. That is a nice get-up. Taker, it's amazing. And it fits perfectly. But why? What's this for? Oh, you'll see. No more waiting. You chuckle. Alright, I suppose it'll be okay if we're a little early. Let me just get changed and then we can go, alright? Go where? Taker, don't walk away from me. Where are we going? Before Modeus can catch you, you disappear into your room and emerge some time later dressed in a sharp red suit and with a black button-up shirt that matches Modeus' new dress. Oh wow. Oh boy, those eyes. She gonna be having fun with you. You look great. Ready to go? In response, Modeus sidles up next to you and loops her arm around yours. Together, you make your way to the car and pull off. You still haven't told me where you're going. Like I've said, you'll see. By the way, I've not played anything yet. Nothing. So all of this is brand new to me. Like before with the last one, the second set of dates, I was a little impatient and I just went straight to Justice, but you know, this one I'm going in fresh. We'll see what Justice has in mind for us. But anyway, let's continue. I just thought I would mention that I literally nothing. Like the day that I uploaded it was like the second that I started playing it and I had my hands on it. So anyway, let's just continue. Fine. You smile to yourself as you drive into the downtown area. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see Modeus trying to suss out her whereabouts using familiar landmarks. Thinking that you'll keep the mystery up a little longer, you decide to make a couple of unnecessary turns and take a more roundabout way to get to your destination. At long last, however, you pull into the parking lot before a solid brick building. The sign out front reads, Tatiana's International Tango Studio. Right away, Modeus reads the sign and gasps. Is this it? It is. We're going to learn to tango? We are. Modeus grabs your arm and squeezes. You can't tell at first if she's excited, apprehensive, or both. Okay, Modeus is looking so damn adorable in that dress. Are you ready? At this, Modeus turns to you and you can see behind her eyes an expression of boundless elation. She nods furiously. I love it. I was hoping you might. I thought learning to do the tango together might toe the line between romance and sensuality just enough that it helps you step out of your comfort zone at your own leisure. And who knows, we might end up being amazing at it. Anyway, we should head inside. I took the scenic route to get here, so our lesson should be starting soon. Needing no further prompting, Modeus bounds out of the car and seizes you by the arm on your way into the studio. Once inside, you are approached by a lithe, sharply dressed woman. Oh, that's a new character. All right, welcome. I am Tatiana, and you must be my next appointment. Now we are. Excellent. The woman stomps her feet and claps twice in the air in a flourish. Now, if you'll just follow me. As Tatiana leads the way further into the studio, you feel Modeus grip your arm tighter than ever. Afraid that this is a signal for the demon getting cold feet, you look back only to be met with a pair of heart-shaped eyes staring intently back at you. Are you sure they're gonna dance? Are you sure they're gonna dance, bro? Because, I don't know. Is everything alright? Okay. Yes? I'm just nervous. Nervous? Why is that? You did all of this for me. What if it doesn't work? If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. But for now, don't worry about it, okay? Even if we don't continue this in the future, let's just have fun with it today. Alright? Okay. With that, you head into the dance room. Tatiana hands you both a pair of dance shoes and leads you out into the floor where you are surrounded by large wall-to-wall mirrors on two sides. Let us begin. First things first, I'm going to introduce you to the 4 principal moves in dance from which all steps are based. At once you and Modeus are enraptured at the lesson. Ooh, that is really nice art. Damn, Taker is really getting that suit too. To begin with, Tatiana shows you the absolute basics, which is to be expected from a couple of beginners, of course. However, things progress quickly into something more advanced when it becomes clear that Modeus is, much to your surprise, an absolute natural. The demon masters each new step with ease and contorts her body with a level of poise and flexibility only seen masters of their craft. Both you and the instructor are left completely awestruck by the display. Miss, are you absolutely certain that you've never had any lessons before? None at all. Why do you ask? Though the instructor scratches her head in disbelief, she has no choice but to shrug and proceed with the lesson. No reason. You and Modeus breeze through a 2-hour session in the blink of an eye. By the end, you are exhausted in ways you can't even believe. Your calves ache and your arms feel like jelly. Modeus meanwhile looks better than ever. As a matter of fact, she's absolutely glowing. You've never seen her smile so much before. She even pouts when the instructor announces the end of your lesson. With heavy hearts, you both bid farewell to Tatiana and start your journey home. Next to you in the car, Modeus is fidgeting happily. I take it you enjoyed yourself? Mm-hmm. I've never done dance before. And that tango is so... In a fit of ecstasy, the demon shudders. Sensual. Figures. I'm glad to hear that. Maybe we can go back next week? Yes, please. I'd like that very much. Good. It seems like this is exactly what you've needed. It is. But it's also so much more than just the dancing. It's knowing that you really listened. I don't think anyone has ever done that for me before. But you did. You heard what I had to say and you went out of your way to do something with everything I told you in mind. That's what means the most to me, Taker. That, more than anything, is what I needed. So, thank you. Really. You open your mouth to reply, but as it voices her gratitude wasn't enough, Modeus slips her hand in yours and laces your fingers together. Shocked, you turn to the demon for answers, but she's too busy staring out the opposite window to meet your gaze. Nevertheless, you spy a reddening to her cheeks. It would seem that you two still have a long way to go. But this moment, with her hand in yours, is a good step in the right direction. See, hand-holding in any situation would be more of a natural thing, but considering it's Modeus, that's pretty massive. Because you have to keep in mind that what she explained to Taker was that sex to her is like the very basic of basic things because of the way that she's built up in her like demonology and whatnot. And basically the Ludus stuff she can do is basically the basic stuff. That's how it is to her. So what she's doing now in the context of things is extremely lewd to herself, which is funny to everybody else, but to her it's kind of different. Just to explain that, because it's been a little while since we played that, and that's one thing that stuck in my head whenever I played that second date. You're welcome, Modeus. And with that, it's over. That one was a little shorter than Pandemonica's. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. I think the tango dancing was a pretty neat idea. I enjoyed it anyway. But I think with that, we can finish up the video. All my social media is down in the description if you want to check me out there. And with that, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video and maybe consider subscribing. I do visual novels every now and then, and I'd upload just other games I play. You know? Mostly just random shit, because I just tend to play random stuff and then I record stuff that I think is going to make good for a video. I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.